see if my mic is functioning on this scene or if I need to add it. Nope, I actually added it to the scene. Good. Oh, hello everyone. We are playing a pretty art game for Hordian. I'm gonna reset it because I mostly was just testing that to see how I wanted to do my scene capture. It looks off now, but the majority of this game is played, it looked like on like a 1x1 axis, so I think I set it up to look alright with that. Special thank you to these people. You know, that can't be bad. I have been sleeping very strangely because I've been going to bed very late. And so I woke up pretty late today. Alright, I think this is just the credit sequence. Okay, that was just the credit sequence. Let's do a new game. I mean, that's a great way to get over illnesses. Sleep is fantastic for recovering from illnesses. Alright. Yep. And so, playing this game, I already realized one of the things that I noted about this game is it's very tiny. I understand it, but it was just like I feel like I want to like sit really close to the screen so that I can actually look at these things. Because this is what, like 500 pixels by 500 pixels on my screen. All right. Oh, they're telling me you should click here. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Telling me where to click. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Playing this game for like 30 seconds while I was setting this up, and it's just like, this is a very you game, Hordian. It was just instantly submachine vibes. Yeah. Yeah. I was looking into getting to finding a ad blocker that works on Twitch. My understanding with Twitch is that I don't think ad blockers work very long for Twitch because usually when someone finds one, it gets like patched pretty quickly. Because otherwise I would be like, oh, everyone use this. I don't want you to watch ads on my channel. I don't want anyone to watch ads ever. They make me no money and it's really just annoying. I think I have made like 50 cents over my years as a streamer with ads. They are so meaningless. If I could, I would be like, Twitch, here's $1. Don't show my viewers ads. For me, honestly, whenever an ad comes on, I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to minimize this for 30 seconds and go do something else and come back. I'm just never watching an ad voluntarily in my life ever again. All right. Oh, that's even better. Honestly, I don't care about the money. I don't stream for money. It's, I appreciate it, but money is not even consideration for this whatsoever. It's so meaningless in terms of the stuff I get from streaming. It's like if I had more people watching me, but I don't need more people watching me. Yeah. All right. Ooh, we get some nice depth perception. I'm very happy with that sort of shadow that it casts. Very pretty. All right, let's go click on the bird. All right. Yeah. I didn't know that ad blockers still gave the person watching revenue, because I think if I understand on things, I know on platforms like YouTube, if you use an ad blocker, the people you watch just don't actually get revenue, which is not great. But I'm still not watching ads. I'll be like, all right, here's your Patreon. Here's $5. This is more than you would ever earn from me watching ads on your channel. I'm not going to watch ads on your channel. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Someone's getting the fire symbol. Okay. And so this is, I think, where I got... Oh, wait, never mind. We didn't get stuck. And so this is where I got stuck playing this because... Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. That's what we needed to do. First time I played this, I didn't realize this was a complete picture, but now I'm like, okay, I figured it out. It's fun. It's a novel idea for a puzzle game, and I see why this game is well regarded. Just playing this for like 5 seconds is like... This is definitely one of those games that it has some very, very bright people thinking of the design aspects of this game. Oh, I have no doubt that this is an incredibly labor-intensive project. Like, I assume mostly for the art direction. Because my understanding is this is all handmade assets. Okay, we're looking for the green sphere thing. Oh, hey, that looks like our character in this window, except they look older. Oh, huh. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is the thing we just did. Okay. Wow. I mean, I forget if I looked in the credits, but I think if I looked in the credits, it's like there was a fairly small number of people working on this project. So this looks like one of those, like, small handfuls of people working very hard for a long time kind of games. And I have a lot of respect for people who do stuff like that. People who just decide I want to make a game and then do it, putting in tons of work into it. Any art or labor of love like that is always very impressive to me. All right, so what we can gather from this picture is, looks like we need to pray at some sort of symbol and then open a doorway into the realm where some person who looks like she's from like Greece gives us the green sphere. Okay. I didn't even realize I could do that. Oh hey, look, more of these green things. Oh, that's nice. I should just click on the wrong part of the screen so it just tells me where I can click. It's a lot faster than moving my mouse around trying to guess where. Oh, neat. Okay. Alright, we can't click anywhere on the screen. But it is interesting to note. And we can't actually go back on this. Interesting. We can only look at these things. Okay, so let's go look at a different screen then. So this, nothing we can click. This just has that, so that would suggest to me that we need to do more stuff on this screen. What can we do? Click on this screen, just here. Oh hey, it's that thing that we saw pictures of. Nope. Can we do this? We can. That looks moderately relevant. And so, what happens if I click on you? You don't really line up with anything, I don't think. That's neat. Can't click on anything in this. This looks like the only thing. So this is the only drag that looks like something, but there's nothing I can actually do apparently with this setup. And so yeah, there's nothing I can do here, so I guess we'll just take that off. And so we can start it. So let's just start going through this systematically. Okay, so this screen, I can produce this and this. There's nothing else I can do on this screen. This one says, hey, someone's probably walking from one to the other. And so to me, that would suggest something like, we probably want to use this then, because then we can do that, and he'll walk over. Okay, we figured it out. Now, oh hey, he's over here now. And now we'll walk here and then do this. Oh hey, you're here now. That was neat. And then there that person goes. Oh hey. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is like one of those games where the controls are very simple, but at the same time, the gameplay is quite like useful and interesting. It's like an incredibly elegant game design, a very simple premise, but very nuanced and interesting gameplay that results from it. Sign of a very good game design. All right. So we have two things. Oh, I can click on that. Huh. So this is some sort of doorway. Can't do anything on this screen anymore. And on this screen, does not appear that we can do anything here, but it's useful. I didn't note that this is, that's the lamp we're using, and so we probably put the something in a star in this, and then Can we go farther left? No, that's the only thing we can do here. Do this or something? Nope. It cannot be stacked. So this screen has really just two things we can do with it. And so it seems most of the interactivity we can do is on this screen. We can look at the cabinet, or we can look at the lamp. Or here we can just look at these things. But oh, I didn't realize. Yep, I didn't realize I could do that. All right, there we go. That gives us many more options. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that is a hole. Okay, that's good to know. This continues to do nothing. Oh, I can zoom out from this. That's good to know. And so this is what we started with, but we can't actually go back on that. I can't. This is the only interaction here. This has no interactions, and this has no interactions. Cannot be dragged. Nope. This can't be dragged. No. Okay. Don't think these have anything to do. No. I also don't think this has anything to do. But I think this is what we do, right? There we go. Okay. Let's go in here. Alright. Well, we had some instructions. Looks like this person needs to interact with this. And then there we go. Oh, this is very pretty. Oh my. This is a very dramatic change in scene and tone. Okay, so this is where we started from. Yeah, I imagine it's all environmental storytelling. Alright, let's go click on the fire. Okay, this is the only notable thing I can interact with. Oh, neat. Oh, what? Oh, this is neat. I was not expecting this. Oh, that's very cool. So I'm going to need to move this someplace else, I think, right? Oh, that's really cool. That was neat. I like that. Exactly, yeah. Okay, we're looking for the third yellowish gold object. It looks pretty gold colored. Oh, and I didn't even notice the time changed here. Okay, this is where we do this. There we go. We now have some illumination. Very nice. Can I interact with this? Ooh, I can interact with that now. Anything else? Okay, just those two things. And we can no longer leave the screen. Fascinating. Oh, fascinating. Oh, geez. Got those star symbols as well. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that when we be like, oh, hey, here's this character, but they're using a wheelchair. And it's just like, I imagine there's going to probably be, because they didn't look that much older, I assume there's probably going to be some accident where they lose the mobility. Yeah. Do this. No. No, that's... Oh, I can go through that. Nice. There's that star we saw earlier. Huh. Yeah, this is just... I'm getting so many Submachine vibes. It's just like the art style, the design is just like... I can tell. It probably helped that I played it not that long ago. Yeah, yeah. Like it's its own game, and the gameplay is notably different, but like the vibe very similar. Like mechanically, they're very different. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is one of those screens. Okay, good to know. And then this does not have one of those, so we need to get something in this area. That's the area we can interact with on this. This doesn't have anything. Oh, like I said, it's a little version. Nah, that doesn't line up with anything. And does this? Nope. Alright, so we're pretty limited in our tool set for this. Okay. Alright, and so... Nope. Nope. This doesn't have any overlay that I can see, and there's nowhere I'm missing, so... It has to interact with one of these two. I can't interact with anything on this screen, so... Really, I'm thinking if it doesn't work like that, and then if I click in here, and it doesn't work like that, and so, unless I'm missing a scene, can I like zoom out here? No, I can't. And so this doesn't really have anything that I can interact with at the moment. Unless there's some secret thing where I have to put it in a different order or something, but I didn't gather that from this. And so let's zoom out here, and then this doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything either. And so none of our current combinations do anything. So that means that leaves us with this. Although this just doesn't have anything. I don't think interacting with this in any way does anything. Okay. So it's like my options are very limited, and I think all of the options I've seen so far didn't appear to do anything. And so, is there something else I'm missing? Can I click on the star? No. I have like 3 scenes, and I think so we can just do every combination. It's just like, all right, we don't have a whole lot we can do. So what am I'm missing something probably pretty obvious. It's just not working for me. Oh, yeah, you're right. Now I see it. Yeah. Because now I see, yeah. I need to do something with the, yeah, there we go. All right. I forgot my tools. That's like the one thing, that was one of the tools I forgot that we can do. Okay. And this. Let's zoom out. Okay, we've tilted that. Alright, so let's look at this again. This hasn't changed. This has changed. Oh, I can drag this. This is good to know. I can drag both of them. Okay. Very nice to know. Fascinating. How do I do that? I cannot do that. That's what happens if I do that. Nothing. Alright, so we gotta put this on that, and then we can zoom out. We cannot zoom out on anything else, or I guess we can zoom in here. And then that suggests we do that. Let's see what this, let's see what this does. And then I think we have to re-rock this. There we go. Rebalances everything. We drag this. We can drag it. Yeah. I will say when I looked at this, I thought it was just like, when I was looking at this object, this looks like a cotton ball. Okay. But this, yeah, this is the cloud you're probably referencing. Alright, and now we just have to rock it back once again. Okay. Alright, so... And so we need to think of a combination, basically, of these two that gets what we want. So probably just go back to this again, because I think... I'm not sure how the physics will play out, but... It's like, I assume I just want to keep shifting it back and forth, is my assumption, because eventually things will just sort of fall off. That's sort of my interpretation of how the physics will work. Nope. I need to find some combination that is more powerful. Because rocking back and forth is just like, just slide off like another inch and then things would work out, but no. You can do that. Oh hey, it's a moth. Pretty. Hey, that looks like the thing we're coming for. Okay. Well. Yeah. I think I'll be okay. This is... One thing I will say about this versus Submachine, the amount of options and or things that you have to juggle at one point are actually pretty small. And so anytime where I felt like a little bit confused, the number of things that I could do that I to like check is a lot smaller, and so the branching paths are a lot narrower, and so it definitely makes it a lot easier for me to figure this out versus like Submachine where it's like, all right, you're juggling like 20 different rooms towards the end of the game. And it's like that's going to take me a lot longer because my brain isn't in puzzle game brain most of the time, and so I'm not good at keeping track of a lot of objects unless I've been playing these of late. Okay. Yeah, we did that. Let's zoom out here. Oh hey, I remember you. Oh yeah, like I remember the last ones, those were like massive. Like I enjoyed them, but by God, were they large were they large gameplay areas. And so it's like it works up, and I thought it worked out well because if I was playing them all in order, and I feel like my understanding of sort of how both the author thinks about their puzzle world and or slowly increasing the amount that I have to learn and or keep track of. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This game I think is probably easier than Submachine, but not in a bad way. Exactly, yeah. Something I wish Suikoden 2 did more for me. At least in the early game. In the early game, I feel like there was a lot of like, oh, I missed this encounter. I can go anywhere. It's like this game knows that and knows not to let you do too many things like that. Yeah. It is both large and open, and there is just not stuff there. It's like, this is not an open world game. But there's many points where you can kind of just like go off and do places and there's just nothing for you. It's like it's not quite an open world game, but I feel like the world feels quite open for a game that isn't very on rails. It is an on rails game where you play the story. It is you don't really have any branching paths or decisions. And it's like which is fine, but their world did not demonstrate that at various points. Yeah. Pretty. Ooh, we got one of these scenes. These ones are always fun. Pretty. Oh, hey. I can zoom out again. There's nothing here. I think that scene. Oh, hey, it's that moth. And that is a... okay. I think we can do that. Oh, but it's not permanent. Okay. But notably, I can't do anything once I do that, which suggests to me that I need to break that object somehow. Alright, let's think. What could we use to break that gameplay object? That scene has nothing. Oh. Huh. Okay, so this is a continuously generating thing. Ooh. So I assume we need to get one of those rocks to fall on this somehow. Alright. This scene seems actually pretty simple. Or... and I can't zoom out anymore, that's good to know. Okay. I can't click on that, so this scene seems relatively static in what I can do with it. Okay, and so this is the scene I think where most of the magic's gonna happen. Those are the only two places we can do things. These are... can't zoom in on those anymore. And so I know this is the one where this is the part I do understand, but we still need to break this. And so oh, I can't actually do that thing anymore, huh? Well, I guess once again that's closing doors behind me, which is pretty appreciated. Is there anything I can do with this scene? Does this scene have any drag? This scene only has that. Nothing on this. Nothing on this either. This doesn't have any special properties. Yeah. Does this have anything special? This lady here with the spheres there makes me a little curious. Alright, so the thing that has me confused is I don't think there's any sort of like portals that I'm missing. There's like a really simple one, and that's about it. And so that leaves me with the other one that I often do of can I connect the scenes somehow? Because that's usually the thing I understand I get the least often. So is there some... so there's some scene I'm missing. Ah, there it is. Alright. I'm like, that's the thing that I usually think for last, is just like, alright, I join these scenes, that's the one I go to last, and it's like, alright, if I can't find anything, we're gonna look for that. Okay, so we did that. The only downside is we noticed that, but we're still looking for something. And so, like, I see this connection, but there's nothing that this does yet. And so, if I were to guess, what we need to do is, because we need to have this lady drop something here to break that, and so there's still something I think I need to do on this scene. And so is there anything like this? Okay. And because it's like, can I get this to shift over somehow so that the rocks start falling someplace else? Or is there another one of those joiner scenes that I've been missing? Okay, this is the one. There we go. Okay, so... Okay, so we need to do something. Okay, so this is where I become sad, because now I need to, now there's a timer. And I have to do coordinated actions, I think. So I can do that. I can't do anything on this scene once it's doing that, or can I? How do I get this? There? Do we do it? Okay. Okay, so that's where okay. Alright, and then I need to be faster there. Okay. I need to, like, plan this out, because there's actually, like, a timer now, which is, eh. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we did it. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Knowing exactly what to do, that was pretty reasonable, but yeah. Okay. Let's do the thing now. Is the moth gonna immolate itself? Okay. Pretty. Does this scene have anything? Alright, this scene is pretty simple in what you can do with it. Let's assess our options with this scene. Can I? Oh, I zoom out again. Nice. Alright, so we have a new way to go. There we go. Alright. And we can... Huh, neat. Oh, neat. I can go back in here now. But he's gone. I can interact with this object. Oh hey, that's similar to what I see in this diagram. Oh, I can drag this. Oh, and then there's this now. Neat. Bro passing out. I remember those days in college. Okay, so we do have... This is kind of... Okay, so this is a portal. It's just cloudy. Okay. And then I can't zoom in or out again on this. That's good to know. But I can zoom in on this clock now. Do that? Or... I thought it would line up, but no, it did not. This also doesn't line up. Oh, but that might... Oh. There we go. Question mark. Oh, neat. Oh, hey, the time changed. That's kind of fun. We have a cane now. This is probably after the war or something. Okay. So is this telling me what time it needs to be for me to view the star? That's sort of how I'm interpreting this. Okay, this is kind of fascinating. Okay, so if I'm interpreting the puzzle right, I need to... This is when I think the star will appear that I'll use to fill this, to attract the moth. And so I need to get the hands of the clock in the distance to be like that. And so we're currently looking for... this dial needs to be on the other, in red. And so... Alright. What happens if I change the time to this? Oh, geez. Oh, this is just a moments for disaster memory. Yep, I can see where the story was going. There's a reason why you're not supposed to do that. Yep. I fortunately only burned myself once with a soldering iron. It was right on the pad of my thumb, so it hurt like hell. But eventually, things did heal. But it was, one of those like, here's a lesson on how not to get hurt. Get hurt once, but in a not super consequential way, and you'll be like, all right, I'll be careful now. This is painful. Okay. Oh, interesting. The time is the same even if there's nothing there. Let's see what this is. I forget what this time is. Oh, it's still the same time. Damn it. That's not totally true. You also learn from pleasant events. It's really, I think, we learn through emotional intensity. That's generally something I've learned in my life is if you want some memories will the more powerful the emotion is with the memory, the more likely you are to remember it. Yeah. Oh no, no, physical pain is also a great teacher in some ways. It's like there's a reason why our memory remembers painful things. It's because those are the dangerous things and we need to remember not to get hurt by them again. Yeah. But that's also how PTSD forms. It's not fun. Yeah. Okay, I haven't figured out how to do that. Right. Is there anything more I can interact with on this screen? Or is it just because I don't think I've interacted with sleeping character. Can I? I can still do this. Oh, we have a much larger gameplay area than I was remembering. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a lot we can do here. But what I think we might be able to do, can I? No, this doesn't look like it joins with anything. Alright. This area also is fairly limited in its gameplay ability, so I think we'll just move on. This is the one that confuses me a little bit. I really don't understand what we do with that. Alright. And so let's mess with the time more. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, I didn't notice that I could do this. Um, that's another symbol suggesting when we can get the light. And these are the only three objects we can use. And then if we do that, I forget what this gives us. Nah, okay, we can't actually. So this scene doesn't change, apparently, depending on what I put in there. Or maybe it does. I would have to test that again. Because I think this was the start. If I do this, I think this is a different time. No, okay, so this doesn't change no matter what time it actually puts in there. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll struggle with this. Yeah. 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 Oh, wait. What? Wait, I didn't think. Okay, I did not realize that this was an option of something I could do. That's good to know. Because now, I think, can I do this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing I wasn't aware of. I didn't know you could, uh, that object worked that way. Okay, this, okay, that makes some amount of more sense to me. It's not in the right order, but that's something that I can do, which is good to know. Alright, I forget. That, and I didn't even realize this. Oh, once again, there's some, I didn't even realize this area had opened up. Yeah. Anything I can interact, I can interact with this. And I can continue to keep interacting with it. Okay. Okay. This stays the same. This. I can't do this, right? No, they won't let me do that. And so, is there something I need to do with this? This screen has no more interactions. The screen only has the zoom in interaction. This only has zoom in there. I can't click on that over there, which is sort of what I would think about because there's a giant circle there. Okay. Huh. Can this go anywhere? This, putting things here continues doesn't actually do anything. At least not apparently to me, so this scene is sort of, I'm going to assume this scene is just sort of dead until I get the proper combination, because putting in like, alright, enjoy the ice cream. And so, the other thought I have is, well, I want to ask, how do we change this? Because we need to change these two needle pointing, basically. But how I do that is the part I'm less certain of. Does this happen? This doesn't function like this. Okay. And so I would need to change, because this looks like a compass, and so I need to have something that would change the compass's perspective. And so if I were guessing, I need, wait, can I do this? No, that doesn't overlap right either. Because the other thing I noted is, so this is saying, hey, these things will point to the star, and so that would give me an explanation for what the star does. And then, so I need to get things in that. And so, can I? Oh, nice. I love pizza so much. It's so tasty. Okay. So, this is probably telling me that if I can get one of those dials to go there, they'll point towards the star. The issue is that I don't think, well, I thought you needed to put a star here because that's usually what we're needing to do, but one of my thoughts was to like get that in there, but I don't think that's actually an option because I need to get these things to stop pointing in directions. I need to have them point in different directions. And so, because it's like, if we look at this, Those actually aren't pointing at it. Yeah, it's like I try fitting it just doesn't work. And so sort of fundamentally, I need to get these to change the directions they're pointing. So when I combine them, that things work out. The issue is, I'm not totally sure how to do that. Because, so this looks like a thing, this is like a pressure gauge reading is what I'm suspecting. And so what I would say is I probably want to heat this up to increase the pressure. And so the only thing that's like for heating is probably this. That and the design is like the same. And so how would I do that is the question. Because it didn't look apparent to me. But actually, no, yeah, never mind. As usual, it's the combine the scenes. The thing that I'm looking for last is if I can't figure it out, I should look to combine some scenes. Okay, there, we did it. Now, if this game is mean, as soon as I get away from that, okay, good, it stays. If it didn't stay, I was going to be annoyed. No, it doesn't stay. No! Fucking timers, man. Fucking timers. Ugh. Alright, well, we have figured out one of the puzzles. Er. Yeah. Okay. If I leave it like this, does it stay? Alright. Let's see what happens if I do this now. Oh, it does change the time. Okay. I guess since the other times it didn't change the time because, what is it? Something, something, I forget, but I guess there weren't two hands, so it just doesn't change the time. This is still the same set of instructions. But we did one of the things. But I don't think it achieved a ton for us. That is true. I mean, that's why I'm also not asking for hints, because it's just like, I'll struggle with this and I'll eventually figure it out. I don't think you were here for it, but I did a stream of I've actually streamed a couple puzzle games for this channel, but I streamed Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, and if that, just watching that for like any amount of time, my playthrough of that, you'll understand very quickly how I assess puzzle games. I will miss very blatant things, but I will not give up, and I will be very persistent, and I will be very methodical. It's like, I think an example of this is I remember playing Myst, and I got frustrated, and there was a 3 combination lock, and I was like 12 years old, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna guess every combination until I get the combination. And it's just, all right. Eventually, it becomes that you know, the lever puzzles where it's just like, all right, you have, let's say, so many levers, and they can be up and down, and you need to find the right one. How you solve that is how I approach a lot of these things, where it's just like, all right, this gameplay object can do so many things. Obviously, this gameplay object needs to interact with another gameplay object, and so I will just try it. I will be methodical and try. All right, I'll try everything until I figure something out. Yeah. Okay, so we've fixed one of these. The problem is, I don't think we're gonna probably undo it. The thing is, I will say, Myst is a game that is demanding of your attention. And it is like the pinnacle of one of those games where you need to write everything out like by hand and have like papers with drawings and notes like in front of you. The game is designed and with the assumption that you are doing that. It's like the game when you bought it comes with a journal that you're supposed to write in as you play the game. Yeah. I think it's more fair than La Mulana, is what I will tell you. But, because once I understood how the gameplay of Myst works, like, I thought it was very well done. I didn't think the puzzles were very difficult. It's well designed and well regarded. The beginning of the game is awful, though. Yeah. It's like Myst is a game that if you aren't paying attention, like, right from the start, you'll might never leave the first gameplay area. It's because the first area has a ton of things that you don't understand at first. And like when you're playing the game, there's a character who gives you like a brief explanation of what you're doing here. You don't really understand, but there's like one sentence in in everything he's saying that if you miss that one sentence, you're going to get like screwed. He's just like, "Hey, if you don't know what's going on, go to the tower." And you're like, "What the fuck's the tower?" And then eventually you'll find something is like, "Oh, is this the tower?" And if you mess around in there, you'll get a lot of guidance on what to do. But like, if you miss it, you're gonna be so confused and have no idea what's going on. And it's like Myst is like that. There's gonna be a lot of things you can't do, and one of the things that I think is a lot very frustrating in a lot of puzzle games is a lot of things are like you'll be presented with a puzzle, and you have this basically this eternal struggle of am I missing something or can I not do this? And it is not apparent if you're missing something or you just can't do this. That is one of those like core gameplay like problems that plagues like 90% of puzzle games that are if it's not like an on rails game where it's like this puzzle then that one. If there's any amount of open world, it's just like that is a huge problem that I have very rarely seen addressed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we figured out one of the puzzles. The other puzzle we have to figure out is we need to turn this blue arrow. And so I'm going to assume we have to do something similar where we need to do something to change the gravity. Okay, and so or not the gravity, we need something to change how this compass is pointing. And so that's something that I am less certain about. And so we need to change the direction. I'm going to assume it involves something like this. Is there a connection somewhere we can do with this? No. That would be too convenient. This is the only thing we can interact with here. Okay. Can't do anything here. Can we do something here? Okay. No. This star is probably one of the things I... Oh! What? I mean, I figured it out by accident, but at the same time, I feel like this is a... Like... So, hey, the thing that I don't think this is bad. The thing is, I think this is probably one of the first times where they had two scenes interact with each other and they weren't connected. And so this is throwing in an element that I think has never been used before. Oh, I understand that, which is why I was going to do this. The issue I have with this is these are two scenes that aren't merging and they're interacting with each other, and that's something the game has not done before. It's like, I get it, but I had to try something the game had never demonstrated before. And so I think it's like it's a step up in complexity of something they haven't told you or showed you. Yeah, yeah. It's not bad. It's just I don't call that easy. Easy is something that uses the gameplay concepts you've used before. This is something the game has not hinted or showed at whatsoever, and is required to solve a puzzle. I will argue it's not unreasonable, but that's not an easy puzzle. That's having to take guesswork and take shots like kind of in the dark that something like this can even work, because it's never told us this will work. I only figured this out because I was just like, I need to get this scene to merge with something that will point to the compass. Yeah. Yeah. But it requires a shot in the dark. It's not unreasonable. There's just a shot in the dark, basically. Which I will not. If you required a shot in the dark that makes sense, I think that's fine. But I will not classify that as easy. Okay. Which way do I need to get this blue one to point? Okay, so I need to do like this. And then that should be good. Okay. And if I zoom this out, does it like go away? Or is it just permanently set like this? Okay, it looks like it's permanently set like this, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's, okay, so I need to boil this again. Yeah. Like, the only thing I would do differently in this puzzle is I might give you an example of something affecting a scene that's not connected. I would not criticize this decision. I think it's totally fine. I would just probably put a demonstration somewhere that this is something that can happen. But it's minor. It's still a good puzzle, and I think it's fair. Okay. There we go. Alright. Did we do it? There we go. This has no more interactions. There we go. And then my other scene disappears. Perfect. Alright, what are we working with now? Ooh! Spooky. And so, because we've been doing this a bunch, you should put these two scenes together. There we go. Alright, let's go this way and see what we find. Oh, hey. Oh, the scene is processing. Pretty. Did we do it? Oh, totally, yeah. Yeah. I don't know when that will happen. I don't know how long this game is, and or if I will, like, finish it in the stream or not. Like, what time is it? I might finish this. We're, like, halfway through the stream. I think I might, like, almost not finish this, is what I would bet. because it's like we're halfway through the game. Well, I guess this is like the 3/5 through the game, but the first two were pretty short and easy. Oh, neat. Oh, I can still interact with this scene. Oh my. All right, none of these are. Oh God. There are so many. Wait, can I do that here too? Oh, thank God I can't. Oh, I can? Oh, there are so many gameplay objects. Oh God. Can I interact? I can interact with every one of these scenes. Oh, geez. Oh God. Okay, at least this game is not restricting me. Good. Yo, he's dreaming about falling. I mean, in this scene, it looked like he was dreaming about falling. In this scene, it's just like, oh, is this just him watching someone kill themselves? Like, I think it changed. I think if just in this scene, it's like, oh, it looks like he's dreaming about falling. In this scene, it looks like someone's like killing themselves, or maybe they fell or something. Yeah. Oh, we got one of these. Neat. Yeah. Yeah. It's not crazy. Although I will say, I often take significantly longer on most games. It's like every game. It doesn't matter what the game is. I will probably spend more time on it than the average person who plays the game. I definitely take my time when playing games, and or I just take longer to solve things than I think a lot of people. Oh, pretty. Yeah. I think it just has something to do with my like how I process things. I have never been the style of my learning has never been like keeping lots of things in my head. It's like I explain why I succeeded in some classes and like struggled in other classes is like is through like two allegories and two analogies or examples, probably more accurate. So it's like if you've ever taken a biology course on a lower level, it's really just memorize as many things as possible because all of these are sort of discrete concepts that don't feed off of each other, and it's really just memorize the textbook for the tests and regurgitate what you've seen. Whereas my experience in chemistry is, or organic chemistry is a course where there are too many variables and too many variations. Where if you try to memorize everything, you're just not going to be able to keep up. And so you really need to know your fundamentals and the rules that which you build all of your examples off of. And so I succeeded in organic chemistry because I spent no effort memorizing anything in that course. It's like most other people in in my class were trying to like memorize everything, and it will not get you. You have to put in so much work, and it will really not get you where you need to go. But and so it's like I did very well, and people would ask me, and it's just like I barely study, I barely do any of this. It's like if you understand the core concepts, you can build every scenario and figure it out from scratch. It's like I tell them is like I don't memorize the rules. I know the basic concepts, and I learn how to rederive all of the rules on the fly whenever I need to do this because I can't memorize anything. I just probably have some sort of learning disability. I don't really know what it is, but my ability to keep like remember things is just very bad. And so my learning style has always been, all right, I don't know how things work, but I can always figure out how things work on the fly if I know how to derive everything. Exactly. Yeah, that's always been my style. And so like I can't I struggle I really struggle in some topics that are just like you need to remember all of these things. And it's like I can't tell you one thing and then from one thing you can rederive all the other ones. It's like no, these are just discrete concepts and you have to have them all memorized. I was abysmal in those courses. But like some mathy sorts of things, some sciencey sorts of things where it's just like say, you're learning how to do integrals or you'd be like, all right, I forget how to do the derivative of, I don't know, e to the x. It's just like, how do you do derivatives of that? It's like, you could memorize it, or you could basically set up the frameworks using like deltas and basically rederive it from the basic fundamentals of knowing what a derivative is, and you can just rederive the rule. And so I enjoyed those courses more, and I did much better in those. All right, and so that's how I go about a lot of my life. Yeah. Ooh, nice. Ooh, ooh. All right, so now that I've checked out of this puzzle for talking about that, let me try and remember what the hell's going on. Okay, so this isn't one of those. And then we have this one, which we cannot zoom in on. We can zoom in on this one. This scene has so many scenes I can work with. This will probably take me a while. Can I? Oh, I can interact with this. Oh, good. Okay, so this is something I didn't notice at first. Um, can I zoom in further? Does not look like I can. So does this correspond to an area on this map that I can recognize? There. Oh, is that it? No, that's inverted. Okay, so I found. So this little sticky note there is the same as this area here. And so that's letting me know that, huh, what does that mean? All right. This doesn't have any interesting interactions. Does this have any interesting interactions? No. Okay, so these are just kind of there. I can also do that. Interesting. Does this have any interactions? No, it's just... There's this. This had more interactions, it looked like. That sounds very tasty. Okay. Let's start looking at, let's just cross off all of the simple scenes. And so, this scene here does not have anything I can click. And it looks kind of like the scene is dead. So we'll cross this one off. Let's sort of assess what all of these can do. Okay, and so this scene has also narrowed itself since I've last looked at it. I can only do the books. That's good to know. Okay, then this scene... Well, I didn't do this. This strikes me as somewhat analogous to what we were doing. So this makes me think I can interact with here. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. I want to click on the sticky note. Can I click on the sticky note? That's how I click on the sticky note. This says I should drag this here, or this suggests I should do this. Okay. Okay. We've moved, Oh, things are happening. Okay, so now we've progressed the puzzle. I can't zoom out anymore either, which is neat. Oh, never mind, I can. Alright, so... Now we're here. Let's think, where can this connect to? Also, this scene has opened up, so let's look at what this scene does. Oh, I can interact with each one of these? Damn. So these, to me, look like they correspond somewhat to the books. Okay. And so I can I can zoom in even further. And I can, oh god, there's so many zooming in I can do. The scene is thinking. Okay. This reminds me of this book. Alright, will this scene play forever? Okay, yeah, this is just a looping forever scene. Okay, good to know. Okay. And now I think I figured out what these arrows mean. They don't necessarily correspond to that, the map. Although they did correspond, but I think that might be just like a lore connection, as opposed to a gameplay. I need to assess that. Okay. Let's, Wait, how did I even get here? This is a completely new area. How did I get there? Okay. I like the smile on the snake. It looks very happy. Alright. So now we have many more things we can do. Okay, we can't interact with that. Can we interact with this any further? Okay, so this is now permanently changed and we can only do this. Good to know. Okay. Okay, this can do that, but it's not super surprising. Alright. I wonder if we can find stairs that work with this. Do any of these have stairs? This... Okay, so this we need to switch with each other. See what this does. Or does that do anything? They match perfectly, but I'm missing something else for this to cause an event. But that's good to know that it works like that. But I think we need to do something else first. Do any of these have a staircase that I can work with? Or a door that looks like that? We got that in the background again. Well, I guess that's where we came from, to be fair. Oh, I can interact with this even while it's upside down? Okay, I was not expecting that. I can't do that with many of these other ones. No, it was just these, the top and the bottom ones. Okay. It just takes me here, but this is a good thing to notice, at least. I don't really know what that connects with, though, is the thing. It looks a lot like that. So, to me, that looks like something I'll have to do later, because that scene, this area rotated here, looks very similar to the hole that we see here. It's like, it's exactly it. I just probably, once I rotate this thing, I'll probably connect that with that. I just need to figure out how this rotates, or how to get this to rotate. That I think I've found a part of this puzzle that's like later. I need to figure out something with this first. And then, so. Does this have anything neat to go with it? No, this doesn't have any interactions yet. This doesn't do anything yet. I probably need something to fill that in before this will do anything. I suspect there's something I need to do with this first. That we need to figure out. This, oh, I can still go to the left here. I can zoom out. It's true, I have all of these and I had only checked out that one. Let's check this one out. No, that's actually not what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is the same setting as this. There we go. There we go. Oh, this is where we need this. There we go. Okay. I can't do anything anymore. Can I disconnect these? There we go. Wait a sec. Yeah, this is not the right size, damn it. Huh. Well, I figured out I can rotate this, but I'm still missing stuff. This just did not have any interactions that I can do, so I think we're just gonna leave it there. Alright, I figured out how to do some things that aren't the thing I need to do, so we're probably, once again, I'm just figuring out puzzles that I will do later, but not now. This is like a here's a thing you can do, but I don't think I can do it. Once again, that's something that I will need to do later, but not now. I need to figure this one out first. Can you only access this from here? Oh, I just can't access it at all anymore. Okay, good. All right, the next thing I'll do is there's a patterning here. I probably need to find something that has this like flower relief. So let's see, do any of these have anything that looks like that? I doubt it, but I'll just double check. Yeah. Wait, is that? That is! Okay, so I think I know what we need to... I think I might know what we need to do. Let's rotate this again. Because it looks like maybe if I take this, it looks... That flower pattern looks pretty similar. Yeah, okay, that's where we found the flower pattern. Okay, so we need to connect these two scenes. There we go. That's what we were missing. Okay, and then... Now we take this. There we go. Okay. This scene is still thinking. Okay. Oh hey, it's the thing. Okay, now we need to find another one of those. This scene changed dramatically. I can interact with each of these. Huh. Okay. Yeah, okay, I thought that was the case. If I remember correctly, you have... Is this where that is? No, that's different. But we should also probably check this out, because we've never done this place yet. Let's sort of see what this place looks like. Oh hey, I found the thing. I'm gonna assume we need to get this... Oh, it needs to stop first. There we go. I don't know what that does, is the problem. I can't move this in. I can't do anything with this anymore, so... I can stop it. That doesn't do a whole lot for me, though. Oh, it rotates it. Never mind. I take that back. Obviously one of these scenes will line up somewhere, but I have yet to figure out where that would line up to. This... I think we're done with that scene. So let's go see what... is there anything that this could fit into? Can't zoom into that anymore. This is sort of taken care of. I don't think I see anything I can work with. Okay. It almost looks like it works, but it doesn't. Dang. Alright. One of these patterns will fit somewhere. I just don't know where that is. can't zoom out from this anymore either. Okay. Oh, no, I can. There we go. I never really figured out what this place does. Was there something in this? We got this dude, but he's walking up someplace that I don't think I can. I don't know what to do with this. It's like. Can I do this? That doesn't quite work out. Anything with this yet? Doesn't look like it. We need a circle for this. I don't know where that comes from. So these two scenes are pretty restrictive in what they can accomplish. It's like, I think we already did the things we're supposed to get from this one. And then it's this one that has no apparent usage to me. It seems pretty limited. So it's like, these two are the scenes where I need to look for something to interact with. This one feels like it's towards the end, because this looks like my prize. And so I feel like this is probably going to be one of the last things I do. And so then... Let's see, what can this scene accomplish? We got this dude going up the staircase. And we can continue to zoom this out, but I don't think there's anything we can do here except look at these three objects. Let's, we have the dude walking up. I forget what this one was. This was the, okay, this was the bell guy. I think we already used this guy. And so, I don't think there's much left for, I guess I could look at it. I don't think there's anything left for us for this scene. We already used it to turn that thing. And so it's like we've kind of already used that. We're just sort of left, or can I leave it like this? No, there's no usage for a circle there. And so it's like, this is the one that makes me think that we need something, well, it's obvious. We use this to turn this wheel, but the problem is I don't know what this does for me. Like, that much is pretty apparent. It's just one of these needs to be someplace, but I'm looking for the object that has the appropriate hole, basically, and I don't know where that is. Maybe if I zoom out while it's in different orientation, like it... Oh no, I can't zoom out anymore. Like, does this change when I zoom out? It doesn't look like it does. Like, if we wait this to turn, does turning this change the environment here? It doesn't look like it. It's like, it's still going to be that eye thing. Yeah, I don't think turning this changes the environment, so... Yeah. There's some point where these become relevant. And so... Alright, we've reached the point where I think it probably means I need to do something where the scenes join up with each other. Because I've sort of lost ideas of where things go, so that usually means I need to like find scenes that join with each other. I think that's probably not with the book. Because I don't think they show up in a way that is the best. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think it's that. Does this scene have anything that's apparent that it can join? Things look kind of bombed out, and so maybe this joins with one of these, like, grayed images. It doesn't look like it does, though. The shading's, like, a little bit wrong. It's like, really, we just need to find a passage like that, but I don't know where that is. Okay, that's only zooms in on the wheel. So I think we figured out this scene just turns this wheel. I don't know where this wheel goes is the problem. It's like, I'll try it again, but it's like, this is the big hole, but this just doesn't overlap, so it doesn't do anything here. It's like, it isn't quite a fit. And so this is where I'm getting confused. It's like, where does this go? I have no idea where that goes. I'll double check all of the paintings because why not? This is like the place, so nothing in here, can't interact with that scene at all. This scene, I can't even interact with it anymore. I would assume not. I've done everything I need to do with it. This scene was the entrance. I don't think there's anything more to it. This is where we need to go. Is there anything else we can click on? Let's just make sure we're not missing anything here either. This is something we haven't used, so it makes me think maybe we need to find a way to use it. But to me, I think this is just, oh, the boy's gonna walk this way. Let me... Huh. Alright, let's just... I think we're just doing a... Okay, where can we join? It's like, what can we do? Just gotta check everything in case there's a view. I don't understand. I feel like it has to be something in here. The problem is, oh, what? Okay, never mind. I figured out what the problem is. I didn't realize I could click these. Oh, I can only click one of them? Or maybe I can only click the bottom one. Okay, that's what I've been missing. I didn't realize I could do this. That opens up an absurd number of options. Okay, that makes this way more apparent of what I need to do now that I know I can actually do this. Okay, yeah, this is easy. Alright. I just didn't realize the gameplay area. This is much easier than that. Oh hey, it's the thing. Alright, what is this turned into? Oh, pretty. And then this Asta, I think... Let's go here somewhere, because this pattern is, like, very similar. What does this look like? Oh, neat. This is kind of cool. And I can do all of these? Damn. Oh, these are neat. I obviously need to rotate this because these line up pretty well. I just need to rotate this whole scene. How I do that, though, is less obvious. Do I do this? I mean, that does a thing, but they connect. But I think I would need to get this to turn somehow. I'm not really sure how that works, though. That's not the button I actually should have pressed. It's true, yeah. So this is like this is just gears meshing, and so this is how what suggests to me this is how I get this scene to work. I don't think I clicked on all of these though, so we can check these out, all these out. Okay, this one you can't actually click, and then this one you also can't actually click. It looks like you can only click this one. You can no longer click, so it's like just this one. And so here, I think you use this here because you can see they both have mountains. Can we like, no. So these look like they combine in some manner, but it's not obvious to me how that would work out. This scene has no interactions beyond that. This is the end. It's like, it sort of looks like there could be something here. But not really. How would I get this picture to turn, though? It's like, it doesn't look like there's much I can do here. Once again, I want to look at this, but I don't think this has any usage. Yeah, nothing you can click here. It's like, I assume there's nothing left for me to do here either. I already used this gameplay area for its purpose. And so that really just leaves me with the blue place. Or I guess this is more white than blue. Oh, no, it's blue. They have blue stylings here. Can I use these areas in some way? Alright, so we've reached the point where I probably need to do some connection. So, because this place looks pretty similar to this. Or at least they have mountains in the background and are blue. Let's look and see if we can find a... because these looks like they could also connect here, but this is once again rotated improperly. So now we're just looking for connecting things. Alright, so... Alright, where's the border correction? Yeah. Yeah. I'll figure it out eventually. The other thing I'm only noticing now is this hole here looks like a... Oh, I see it. I didn't realize, I'm just like, oh hey, this hole here, that looks like that, that here. That's what it is. There we go. Which was this one? No, it was not this one, it was this one. There we go. There we go. We did it. Okay, now the question is, what do we do from here? Because we got the thing. It's like, I don't know what my object... Oh, it broke. Never mind. Things have changed without being obvious. Okay. Oh, neat. We're at a train station. There we go. It was neat, them trying to replicate 3D on that trolley. On the back side, they didn't do quite a good job, and that you could see the discrete perspectives that they lined up. They didn't do enough. Also, Cameron, why the hell are you so drunk? What the hell happened? There wasn't even anything in front of that. You just decided to, like, space out there. Alright, we're looking for the purple one. It's true. Yeah. If I wasn't so dehydrated, I'd probably have, like, the one beer I have in my fridge, but I'm too dehydrated and that just wouldn't work out well. I wonder if this scene is different because... Yeah, we can get out of the scene now because we've used all the books. Actually, no, we didn't use the green book, but that's okay. Oh, this is the oldest you've been the entire time. Oh, you're putting together fun pictures. It's also kind of weird because you have, like, no eye. Oh, wait, never mind. No, you have an eye. It's just your... your eye is the same color as your skin for some reason. Why didn't they make that white? Oh, that's fascinating. It almost looks like, I think, Thai is the language. The script is very pretty. And there's a counting down until some event. I must say, that sort of like dragony looking thing, this might be just because I'm like very odd, but it's just like reminds me of like a specific scene in Angel's Egg. It's probably a kind of loose, but it's like vaguely reminds me of it, but I think the theming is very different. Ooh. Oh. I can click on this, but that's it. Huh. That old dude is gone. Oh, they're very fascinating. That and how they sort of like things like that are similar in many cultures. It's one of those like fascinating things that it's just like many cultures independently created things that are very similar in terms of their mythology. Oh yeah, yeah. I had a friend who actually wrote a paper on dragons and how they are used in various societies and mythologies. I wish I had remembered what they wrote it, but they wrote that in like I don't know, very in like high school, and so it's been over a decade. But I remember learning very cool things about that, and they are very neat creatures. All right. It's like I think the other one I learned about that is like vampires or like things that have that we would probably consider very vampire-like exist across many cultures. All right, this scene's pretty simple. Oh, I didn't even realize I could do that. Oh, neat. Huh. Oh ho! What is this area? Oh, neat. Oh my. So many new areas. You can even click there, jeez. Oh, this is changing too. Yeah, look here. Look here. You'll notice they were using discrete frames instead of actual 3D animation, and so it's like it's very choppy. Okay, we need to get some sort of currency. Oh hey, it's the thing again. Oh hey, it's our prize. Huh. That's kind of interesting. This here, like the ladder or the I forgot what these are called. I think it's like a stake. It's not quite a stake, but it's whatever you get a scaffolding. It's what you give vines to grow on. And it's like it's very similar to this. We got more of those tracks here too. Okay. This can't. There's nothing else here. This is just put the coin in here. Yeah, not surprised. This didn't have anything right. Yeah, this is a pretty simple scene. We gotta do something in this scene. It's pretty complicated. This is where we started. I don't think there's really anything notable here. Until we get to that, what happens if we do the bottom one? I forget. Does this have an additional interaction? It does not. This is just a door somewhere. We're gonna get a door, I presume, that lines up with that. This is the prize. Oh, does this take us somewhere? There are a lot of ladders, but I feel like the scenes don't line up such that I can mess with the ladders yet. It's like these scenes don't interact with this scene to my knowledge yet. Don't think we do anything with this because this seems like something we do at the end. These don't quite line up, which is probably for the best. I don't think. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, yeah. This is one. I have this issue though with games where I feel like when the story isn't like put in your face, I just focus on the gameplay aspects of it, and it's just like I'm not looking at and noticing the art. I'm just like, all right, what's a gameplay object that I can use? It's like I have the. It's like the. I have the. I think a great example of this is like I'll play like a ROM hack for Super Metroid, and like the background layers, I almost don't notice them at all anymore. It's just like I'm just too focused on the other things. Like what I want to do is I want to put this in there. It's like, but no, I can't do that because it looks like it would fit, but no. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. All right, we figured it out because I'm like, this obviously goes in there, but what do I do? This is what I was missing. Okay, there we go. Now we get to do the train thing. It's like I figured that out. Yeah. I knew the ring thing needed to go in there, but it's just like, where does the face come from? And it's like, I guess it's not the exact same thing because I'm like, it's close enough. His face transformed to turn into the coin, so it's like, I did get there, but it's like, I was wondering what I needed to do with that. Now we get to have the fun. Oh, this looks like fun. Now we get to do the train things with all those tracks that I noticed. And so currently it's on the gray track. Oh, fascinating. Okay, this might take me a while. Let's figure out where we need it to go. So we probably need it. Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm never anyone who thinks anything's dumb obvious. I'm just not a good puzzle game person. It's like when I sit back and I can analyze a game, it's like I think things are pretty simple, but when I'm in the act of playing, it's a very different experience. Okay. What can we click on? So there are three big areas. Um, so we have a green track, we have a yellow track, and a red track. And so by, I guess, process of deduction, we probably need to start with green since this is only interacting with green. And so let's get that set up. Let's try here. Let's do that and see what that takes me to. Yeah, it's like very often on the first pass, I'm not actually like great at these things. It's like experiencing something for the first time is just a different experience. Well, I don't know what that did. It's gone now. Well, I don't know if that was a good thing. Oh, the people are here now. It's gonna show up on this again? Maybe? Maybe not. Where did our friend go? Are they here now? Ho ho. Oh, neat. Can interact with all of these objects. I like I like the texture they did here. It's like pretty simple if you look at it closely, but I do like it. I think it communicates pretty well, despite I think the brushstrokes being pretty simple. It's like I think this whole game is like a very, very good job with like simple I think simple like art things. Yeah. Like if you look in real close and look at it and being like, it's actually a pretty simple brushstroke they're using there. I'm talking to like paint and draw everything here. But like what they did with like very simple techniques looks very good. It's like when I speak about that, it's just like the brush that they like. If you've done digital art before, you can like there are simple brushes you could make that are just like not that complicated. But the way they are used in this game is like phenomenal. Because if you like look at it back, you're just like, this looks amazing. But it's like, you know, look at these pots, and they're actually pretty simple, and they're like not like I wouldn't call them crude, but they're you can see the art and how like the hand strokes and how they made all of this. But it looks like very good, despite that being apparent. And so it's like it's a very the styling is very good. All right, let's yeah. So now we're just left with these. We have so many of these. We need to figure out where these go. This is just a square that we can't interact with anymore. I guess we could try doing things like this and see what happens. Now he's gone. All right. What happens if I do this? Does it tell him to go forward? Okay, yeah, so that's like, we can give him commands, or give them commands by doing this. Like what happens if I tell him to go left? Okay. So I can tell him to do things, but it's not apparent what that does yet. Alright, this is all we can do here is give him instructions with this panel. Or that's what I'm going to assume. Let's that suggests to me that we need to do something with this panel. It's like we have a... Oh, I can only interact with this scene now. That's good. Because we have... Oh, is this, This looks like that piece that was missing over here. This goes here, pretty obviously. There's a bug on my computer monitor. Does that do anything? They connect, but I don't know if it doesn't do anything yet, at least. Or that actually doesn't connect. Huh. At least not yet. Huh. Other thing I've noticed is that this thread here looks an awful lot like the thread on the ground here. Does this do something? Oh, it does do something. There we go. And now there's a reason for us to have him go left. Or them go left. Alright. Okay, so we have many more directions we can give our character. Let's have them go down, because I don't think that's an option that I knew about. Alright, he's just like, yeah, no, that doesn't do anything. Ooh, look at that animation snapback. I understand from the perspective of like, yeah, this is something that, or I wonder if, because what I see, like, if all this animation looked mostly hand drawn, which is like a decision. Having done like frame by frame animation before, I have mad respect for anyone who does it, and I also ask why. It just like it is just torture doing animation by hand. It's so bad. Oh yeah. I mean, for a game like this, I imagine you're just doing everything in sketches. Like, I imagine there must be like millions of sketches for this because you don't want to flesh out any of the gameplay. Then you don't want to flesh out a drawing until you know the gameplay loop is like down. And then the art is like the thing you do on the final aspect. This is the sort of game that I think would be a fantastic thing to add. Like if you could see the developer talk about this game. This seems like the sort of game where a developer who made this would have a lot of really great things to say. So this scene is just it's just directions that we can tell this person to go, but we need to get this person to do something. I guess I have to. I guess I have to do this. Yeah. So I could theoretically just send him back, but I feel like that's not what I want to do. But I also need to be like, what's gonna connect to this scene? That's like something I have to think about. Because I don't know what. So it's like, if I send this person back to this scene, I could just tell them to go back. Okay. Oh, yep, that's the thing with book clubs. If you're not someone who likes to read every day, you're gonna like be like, fuck, I ran out of time for book club and then I have to do it all in a day. Exactly. So it's things like that that make it difficult for me to join clubs like that, where it's just like, I'm so bad at doing things consistently. It's like my lifestyle and my habits are very much on the basis of like, all right, I'm gonna develop a hyperfixation and then do something a lot, and then when I'm done with that, I'll just leave. I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna do this for a while. And so it's hard for clubs where it's just like, all right, I want to do this like every day for like a month, and then I'm not gonna do this for like years. Yeah, and that's like my attitude. Many things in life. I also I play like don't play a lot of video games, but I also do play too many video games. Yeah. Like I don't play enough video games that are in like a good way. Like that's why I stream so that I can have video game playing be something that I think is worthwhile, as opposed to just mindlessly playing some other game or something like that. Well, we found that, but it doesn't do anything. It's like I know all the connections. It's like this goes here, the red track goes over there, but it's like connecting them doesn't do anything yet. Like I have to figure out what do I do? Yeah. It's like it's obvious I need to do this thing where I need to this is the first step. It's like it's pretty apparent that this is the first step I need to take. Yeah. Yeah. So like I can do this. And then I probably need to connect this to something else. And so this is the point at which I need to find something that connects to this, probably. Yeah. 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 Also, Herdian, I think this is probably a case where I think I'll probably continue to struggle with it. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what connects to this screen? Yeah. It's like we can be systematic about it. It's like we only have one gameplay screen, so I can just say, well, what can this interact with? We could have him go back. That's about it that I can understand. I don't think we can have him like. I'm pretty sure if I like tell him to walk between these and it's not joined, it doesn't do anything. But you can always try. But I don't think anything will happen. But this is probably the area that I can do this with because this lines up. There we go. This is some like Alice in Wonderland shit. I was thinking. Oh, interesting. I can't actually. Huh. Oh, wait, never mind. It's one of these scenes. Never mind. Oh, these are very pretty. I like the tree people here. The horse that turns into a tree that turns into people. And this mer person. I can't click on any of these scenes. No. I was also randomly reminded of another adventure puzzle game. Have you ever seen or watched the game Fran Bow Hordian? It's a good game. Artistically, it's very pretty. Gameplay wise, I found it fascinating. It's very neat. I actually did not. I mean, I have played it, yes. I didn't play it on stream. You probably did. It's a pretty well known game. I mean, it's not like a big game, but it's a relatively known thing. It's not something that you would, if you're into like stuff like it, you'll probably know about it. Like Hordian, that's like so many things. That's I don't know what that is, but I also probably, I mean, the closest I would get to that is like Hello Charlotte. Oh yeah, Little Misfortune. That's this. It's the same person. Yeah, they're both by the same person, I believe. So I can take that out, but this, what can I do with this scene? It's like I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Or can I click on these? No, nothing in this scene. Or oh, okay, this is clickable. Okay, that's just like there we go. How do I need to do that again? Or I guess I need to do something in the world first. Because the little dude's like, you need to go here. There needs to be something here, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That game and Franbo are definitely very messed up things having happening. Okay. It's like we could do these again, I guess. Like this doesn't do anything. I need to get the kid to move over. It's just it's like, can I do this? Because the issue I have is it's like I need, or maybe I tell him to go up and then he'll do it. All right, let's try telling him to go up. Oh yeah, okay, no, yeah, this is what I see. I see what we need to do. Can we tell him to go up? Yeah, we can. This is what we do. Okay, this is what we do. You go up and then we'll trap him. I think this is how this will work. Yeah, there we go. Or maybe. Actually, no, I don't think this works. Damn it. Or I need to get him to interact with this red ladder, but the problem is the ladder is not in the right orientation, I think. It's like I could go up, but he's just gonna come back down. Oh, no, yeah, never mind. It would have worked. It was going to work. I just doubted myself. All right, we can do that again. That's not too bad. There we go. There we go. Did we do the thing? We did the thing! Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, we can zoom out now. We did the thing! Oh, is that why this person no longer has use of their legs? Huh. Oh, okay, so that's what the gimmick here is. And we're back. Okay. Oh, we can do more here, actually. Oh, hey, it's the boss. Okay. Oh, I can keep doing. Oh, okay. I'm silly. I should have kept going. Okay. I understand what we're doing now. Or I think I do. There we go. There we go. Isn't that like every game developer? Or at least every game, I mean, every game developer needs that for different reasons. I wish I still had this readily accessible, but it's like, there's this great theme of game developers would rather make a cursed game than go to therapy. Which is just very true. Yeah. Although the counter argument is the cursed game is the therapy, and I very relate to that. Oh, 100%. It's like this is something that like is both makes me much more understanding and like also but also a little bit annoyed is that I think most people who do bad things are mostly just unaware as opposed to having malice. It's like just they lack self-awareness and they hurt people out of carelessness and recklessness outside of actual like well thought out malice. It's like it makes forgiving people a lot easier, I find. Because that's usually the case, because most people are actually, I think, pretty decent people who are just unhealthy and are not bad people. They're just very unhealthy people. That, yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not, I don't think of most people as naive. It's just they're unaware of their own illness. Or they're unaware that they're sick at all. They're like the really cynical people who just don't believe in like good things in this world. And they just assume that's how things are. Yo, Moth, get up in that second screen. And you burned up in the moon. Yeah, that's most of the time. Yeah. Well, alright, so we're very limited in what we can do. I can't click on a lot of things. Oh, that's what I do. Okay, I was just like, what do I do? Oh, hey, it's this animation again. How do I zoom out this photo? There we go. I guess we'll just wait for this to line up again. Oh, it does a 3/4 turn. Which would be fine if I had missed my chance. Oh, yeah. Get in there quick. Alright, good. We caught the cycle. Oh, one of these. Back here, I see. There we go. That was simpler than I was expecting. My mouse disappeared. Nope. We did it. It was like 3 hours. That's pretty reasonable. Oh hey, it's Devotion, that game that you can't get anymore. That would be a great stream if I could find a way to get the game that got taken down for criticizing China. neat. We did the thing. All right. Well, that was fun. All right. Let me bring server member Hordian or just or chat aficionado Hordian. Let's go bring you on stream. Yo.
Hello.
All right. I think you're on stream audio.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Probably
I think you're being picked up. Let me boost your volume a bit though.
on stream. Let me have some psychotic moments of hearing myself.
It is very distressing when you do that or when you have to
Yes,
do
I
that.
thing is I say that I remember a moment where I was working and I was on my first job as a programmer. Um we had a Discord server for the company, and my name is Ron Victor, and I had a colleague named Victor, so I was going to mention him. So
Mhm.
I typed at V and tab,
Mm.
but it's like that me instead of him. So like and so the message I said was, "Hey, me, can I talk to you for a second?" Or something on that line. It was the most schizophrenic thing that I've have ever said in my life. Good
Oh.
memories, good times.
Mhm.
Terrible job, good times.
Yeah.
Not that terrible. That colleague was a dick, but anyway,
Hmm.
this game is so beautiful.
It's very
It's
pretty.
it's one of those things where like I beat this game in under 2 hours, and it infuriates me when because there's a line of thought where, like that of people that try to optimize their fun and their experiences. Where like, oh, if I pay X amount of money for a game, I should have this amount of hours of enjoyment, and this game stands in strict opposition of that.
Hmm.
It is a
It's.
absurdly short game,
Mhm.
and it is worth every single penny.
I think that's just a personal decision, really. Some people just depends on really what the person's looking for. It's
Hmm
like, yeah, this was like I think
I understand.
$15 for like
I
three
understand
hours.
the idea of.
That's like maybe some people would say that's probably a
Hmm
bit much for how short this is, but it's like
hmm
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
That and it's just
I think
like
it's the
yeah.
quality of the experience.
Oh, it's true. Yeah. It's like, 3 hours of this great puzzle game is,
Hmm
very different than 3 hours of playing, I don't know, like Minecraft or Fortnite. The hours
Yep.
are not equal. That's an important thing to know.
hmm
Every
Indeed.
hour is not equal in terms of how
And
good they were.
this game's a game about perspective. A lot about perspective.
Hmm.
I was going watching you play this game because I played this ages ago. I can't even remember when I played this. Maybe Steam would help me with this. Last played January 8th, 2021. So that was three
Three,
years ago.
2, 3 years, yeah.
At, yeah, at least. I could see maybe when I got achievements for it, but anyway. But like this game, well, watching you play this, I was thinking, I was trying to go through it. You know what? When you watch a movie
Hmm.
and it's an experience where you watch it and you don't understand what's going on. Like it's like watching Pulp Fiction for the first time.
Yes.
You know,
There's
it's
so
a
much
movie
go.
that
Yeah.
so much going on that you can't understand what's going on.
Yes.
You just experience it.
Yeah.
And on a second time going through it, now I can see the pieces fitted in.
Hmm.
You know.
It's a very different experience doing something for the first
Mhm.
time and then doing it later. It's like it's very hard to
Mhm.
capture that doing it for the first time ever again.
Mhm. You pick up the small details, and
Hmm.
also I played this 3 years ago when I was 3 years younger. So now
Hmm.
I have more perspective into the world,
Yeah.
and I think this is a fascinating game about that talks about perspective. And I'm repeating myself, I know, but it makes sense because what I mean by perspective in the sense of this game is that not only do you play with perspective the whole game,
Hmm.
but it talks about the perspective that we have on life
At different points,
from
yeah.
at different points in our life. So because what happens in this game is the story of this game is when we were young, we discovered that that there was this dragon,
Hmm.
and growing up, we wanted to find this dragon, and we
Hmm.
wanted to adventure and explore, but we didn't have the. So we were like fascinated about this idea of this grandiose idea,
Hmm.
this.
What looks like a Chinese
Uh,
New Year dragon, or that might be a,
mhm.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
ignorant on that though.
yeah, a Chinese dragon, just
Hmm.
which is more like serpent-like.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, we see ourselves in this game for a few moments as a very little child.
Hmm.
So when we see this creature, this dragon, for a child, seeing this is like it. What I think this is trying to symbolize is us seeing the world, seeing life, seeing this dragon, this beautiful, majestic thing that is powerful, is bigger than life. It's like the world and our lives are bigger than our lives could
Hmm.
ever be. We
Yeah.
can't experience everything.
Hmm.
And so as we see ourselves growing up, we can see that the details start to grow and grow.
Hmm.
Like the drawings on the bedroom were very simple,
Hmm.
and they showed a very simplistic. And when we were playing the story of the game, we're like, this is the point where we're going to find, walking around, trying and exploring, trying to find these five artifacts.
Hmm.
At that point, we have a very narrow vision of the world. It's very simple.
Hmm.
You can see that diagram with the spiral that looks like a solar system with like
Hmm.
four corners
Hmm.
of different colors. That one is like his perspective on the world.
Hmm.
And later on, you see that it is like when we are old, you see that there's like massive amounts of papers and books and drawings and
Hmm.
diagrams of like how complex life is.
Yeah.
And we see that like did our character fall there at that moment? It's because when we are young, we make mistakes,
Yeah.
and so we thought we understand what the grandiose thing was, and we burned ourselves trying to get there.
Hmm.
And so like time goes on, and the one thing that I noticed about watching you, the single detail that I noticed about the game that really made me go like, whoa, is the coin.
Hmm.
Because it's our character's face in the coin, which
Yeah.
means we became a very important person in that society
Hmm.
for our face to be in the coin. If you think about it, how coins work.
Yeah, usually. I'm not sure I would say that necessarily is the case, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it did happen, and this
Can
is
be
very
considered to be
interpretive.
that way. Like,
Yeah, it's interpretive, and I'm just like, I don't know if that's
mm-hmm,
necessarily a connection I would agree with, but it's
mm-hmm,
like, it's too, you know, it does make sense, and it's like, this is a
mm-hmm,
very interpretive game, so it's certainly, yeah, that's
mm-hmm.
an interpretation.
And so, and at the start of the game, also when our character sees the picture of the diagram of like, oh, the bowl with the five objects,
Hmm.
and he doesn't realize that there's another very important part of it, which is the two persons
Hmm.
holding it, an
Yeah.
old person and a young person.
Hmm.
So to like the old version of ourselves understand that like what's the meaning of the adventure, or what's the whole meaning of the whole process.
Hmm.
You know, what do you think of the game?
Uh, I mean, I spoke a lot about while I was playing it, but
Mm-hmm.
very pretty. I thought I really enjoyed the gameplay. It was very both intuitive and complicated enough that I felt like once I
Mm-hmm.
understood its like main gameplay mechanics, I thought I understood things pretty well. It
Mm-hmm.
was incredibly competent game design. They blocked off things when you no longer needed them in like the perfect amount, so that you never had too many things you were running around trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, art, I thought the art was very well done. Really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
The imagery and the sort of little vignettes we got to see and little like of this person's snapshots of their life. So I thought they were very evocative, very emotional in a lot of them. I enjoyed those
Mhm.
quite a lot. Um, it's probably in terms of length, I'd say it's probably pretty good. I
Mhm.
could have maybe done like a little bit more, but it was good the whole time while you were doing it. It's like,
Mhm.
better to be short and then great the whole time than to go on for too
Mhm.
long. And so it definitely
Indeed.
did the better of like it was complete and it was all good. And so you can't really complain too much.
Yeah. Because a lot of times with games these days, we have a lot of padding, so it's good to see a game that doesn't have that. It's just, here's the experience, you know. We're not
Yeah,
gonna add anything that isn't unnecessary.
yeah. And in games like this, you often see that because it's like it's impossible to pad something like this because you just don't have the manpower to like.
Mhm.
Something like this is already an incredible amount of labor, and so you don't want to do extra labor that isn't going to,
Mhm.
benefit what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And I
game
think
that
like no, go on.
I was going to say that this was a bit of a tangent. The game that I was reminded of a fair amount while playing this was Gris. If you know that game,
I have that, but I haven't played it. It's a game that looks beautiful, but I haven't touched it for some reason. I don't know why.
it's
I
yeah.
do I do have it on on Steam.
I would recommend
I
it.
think.
The gameplay is very different. It's not like a. It's
Oh,
more
I
like a.
thought I had it on Steam.
It's like a
Anyway.
puzzle platformer. It's also
Mhm.
very pretty and also very interpretive on emotional experiences.
No, actually, I don't have that game. I thought I had it. I have something on Steam that reminds me of that. But I know
Hmm.
what game you're talking about.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I would also recommend that game if you enjoy the sort of atmosphere. It's a bit longer though. I remember I can see
Hmm.
how long did that game take me to play? Because that one was
One game that I just realized that I have is Her Story, and I haven't yet even touched that.
I don't actually
You know
know
what
that
that
one.
game is? Her Story is a game was an investigation game. You're a cop, and you're having to watch through recordings of this person giving a testament, like
Hmm.
a testimony, but you are accessing a broken and corrupted database. So what you can do is like you can search for keywords, and the database will give you fractions of video that have had that.
Hmm.
So like for example, you give like at the start of the game you are watching this video of this lady talking, and like you say, oh, let's try the word murder, and it's there's just like one clip of her saying murder, and that's it.
Hmm.
So oh,
Interesting.
you have to be clever about like how you use the words and like figure out how to
That's
um
fascinating. Huh.
yeah. It's a super amazing puzzle game apparently that I have not touched yet. I also
Hmm.
have Fast. I should play Fast. I should beat Fast.
What game? Fast?
Fast.
Actually,
Fez. F
Fez. Yeah,
Fez.
that's another one of those games that I've heard a lot of good things about. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I got that for a friend. I haven't played it myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd want to play it now. It's kind of long. I feel like if you like
Mm-hmm.
La Mulana, I think you will really like Fez.
Mm. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I played enough of Feds to know like it's my my speech is terrible because of my nose. But,
It's they're all
but like
fine.
I I played it enough Fez to know like how that game goes deep and hard
Oh yeah.
with its puzzles. And what's the game I was trying to remember? Oh, there's I have this game. I don't know where I got it, but it's She Remembered Caterpillars.
She remembers caterpillars. That's a
Yeah,
cool
She
title.
Remembered.
She
It's
remember.
like it's a puzzle game too. But like I have no idea. I haven't played this.
Hmm.
I think it's a puzzle game at least. Yeah, a fun fungi punk fantasy about love, loss, and holding on.
Hmm.
Hmm. It looks pretty. I should play it. It's one of those games where like I was in the phase of my life because like, oh, Steam sale is cool. I'm gonna, you know, buy all the games and buy Humble Bundle, and then I noticed that I don't play a lot of stuff that I buy.
Yeah, I mean that's just the curse of Steam. They're be like, I'll
Hmm.
pick up this great game on sale for
Hmm.
$5, and then just never look at it. It's like I have a
Like,
ton.
oh, there's the sale of 30 games that I know and heard of before, and I have a vague interest because it's a name that I heard before,
Yeah.
and then I never played it. So like, I changed my perspective on that. I never buy sales
Hmm.
anymore,
I
even
just
though
don't buy video games
financially it doesn't
anymore.
make sense.
Yeah.
I buy games, but when I have money to do so, of course.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, it's always a big part.
I I don't buy anything on sale. I buy things when I want to play them. Oh, I want to play this game. I'm gonna go there and buy it.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Yeah. I don't. I used to buy things, but that I just ended up with too many games. It's just like
Mhm.
I'm probably not just never gonna play this. It's like I have too many things I want to be doing in my life, and it's
Mhm.
just like
I
it's
was
just
looking some
yeah.
statistics. They're like 60% of games on Steam have never been opened or something like that.
I'm not surprised at all.
It's like I have 206 games on Steam.
Hmm.
I have not touched most of those.
Hmm. I think I've touched most of the games on my thing at least. I'm happy with that. That or they're things that are like I bought in a bundle, but I have most of these.
Hmm.
Or a lot of these games are games I played for like 5 minutes and it's like I actually don't like this game. I don't want to play it.
Hmm.
I have a fair number of those.
The reason why demos are so important, to be honest.
Yeah, but like that's also just with the way I go about playing video games. It's like, I'm kind of set myself up for this because I like to know very little about games when I go and try and buy them. And so,
Hmm.
sometimes you get burned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also a lot of experiences are lessened if you know more information about them.
Oh, wholeheartedly. It's like,
Like Undertale is the best example of this. Undertale suffers direly from spoilers.
oh yeah, I mean, I think
I
Undertale is good if you know the people who I think would actually enjoy Undertale are the people who are never online and just like passively enjoy video games.
Mhm.
It's like you're the perfect crowd for Undertale because I think it's fun, it's neat, and you never have to interact with the community around Undertale.
Mhm.
It's
For
like
sure.
there are so many great
Yeah.
games that are ruined and or media just in general that are kind of made worse by the fandom.
Mhm.
And it's like
Like
they focus on things that it's just like you shouldn't realize this about this at the start, or you just like it just super biases you about the game, and it's like
mhm.
it's not as good.
It makes or breaks. It depends on the game. Cause
Hmm.
like for example with Factorio, people always say, "Oh, the factory must grow. The factory must grow." It's the meme in the community, and
Hmm.
like that meme is alright because it's not a narrative game. With
Yeah.
but like with games like Undertale, I managed to play that game 100% blind.
Oh, I'm slightly jealous.
Yeah,
That's
because
the best way to experience it.
I saw that game. I saw people were talking about it. All that I knew about I didn't know anything about the game. Not even like the concept of oh, it's a game where you can choose to kill or not to kill, for example, where which is like the Steam page talks about it.
Hmm.
I hadn't even seen that. I just like got the game, played the game, and I played the game as it was intended to be played by Toby Fox, which was like, oh, this is an RPG for people that played
A lot of
old
our
school RPGs
yeah,
like Final Fantasy,
or Earthbound,
and
yeah, that sort of thing.
yeah, and they know the tropes. And here's a game where I'm going to play with the tropes.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so I beat the game, like I got the neutral ending,
Hmm.
and I was very close actually to getting um,
The good ending, I imagine.
the good ending. Yeah, but like I beat the game in neutral. Then I beat the game on like neutral without like killing anyone. But I had missed a one or two events,
Hmm.
and then went there and beat the game like fully.
Hmm.
And I didn't manage to finish the Sans boss fight. So anyway,
Yeah.
that boss fight's hard, and I didn't. I I stay like 6 to 8 hours on a Sunday trying to beat that boss fight, and I was like, oh no, I'm too tired to do this.
Yeah.
But
Game is hard in a good way.
indeed, and so experience like that uh, can be ruined by spoilers. And I love. There are some review channels that I follow that they do book reviews and game reviews,
Mhm.
but they do that in a way that they just show you why the thing is interesting without spoiling the things that are interesting in the thing. You know.
Yeah. It's, a good review
And
that isn't there to just tell you all about it and just be like, here's
mhm,
enough to know that if you think this would be interesting, you might want it or not.
exactly. So, for example, like the book that I'm reading right now, I watched a review about it from a guy that I like. It's called Better Than Food on YouTube, and he just presented the idea of The King in Yellow, which is the book that I'm reading for the book club.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, you told me about it.
in this universe there's a book written called The King in Yellow, and people that read it go mad. And so like this idea of an art piece that is so like what's the word of it for it? So counterculture, so subversive that it makes people go mad. And it's a fascinating idea. It's good. It's interesting enough that made me want to read the book. But it also doesn't give away what's so interesting about the book.
Hmm.
Oh, Gorogoa. It's such a lovely game.
Yep. Well, that a good place to wrap it
And
up for the stream?
mm,
Oh,
sorry.
I was gonna say, I was thinking we had a lull there. Is like, this is a good place to call it for the stream.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. This was a lot of fun. I don't quite know what we'll be bringing back. I might be here to do Daddy-O's stream next. I know they redeemed I think it was Luxorin by the same person who did that RPG Maker game. Weird and unfortunate things are happening. I'll have to look and see how much I want to start doing a like long-ish RPG again. I might do it because
I
they're
I
kind of
mean,
fun, but
I was gonna say like you probably have some fatigue from Suikoden now.
I kind of don't. I had a really strange reaction with the Suikoden where I felt like it could have gone on for longer, even though it was really long, but it didn't feel really long. I think it just had something to
Mm,
do with the narrative, where I felt like the narrative was too like one-shotty, where it's like here's this event that's feels a little bit disconnected from the whole of the game, and so it kind of
mhm,
felt like something different every time, as opposed to here is one long, cohesive, like flowing narrative. It felt like
mhm,
too many separate events, such that when I played it, it's just like, oh, it's a new thing, as opposed to like I'm doing the same thing over and over.
mhm,
And so like it didn't feel that long,
mhm.
even
I
though
think
it was like 16 streams.
what also helps with Suikoden is that it has many. It's like multimodal game where like you have. It's not only like turn-based combat
Hmm.
encounters. It's you have those. You have the duels. You have the tactics combat.
Yeah, it has enough different things such that yeah, it's like
Hmm.
any one thing is not going to be overdone, I would say. And it's
And
like,
then you have
and then
the
you,
side quests and the
yeah,
cutscenes and that
yeah,
like.
and they don't actually throw dungeons at you all that often. It's like you'll go a long time between like the next like official dungeony area,
Hmm.
and so it's like nothing. They did nothing happened too frequently for it to get particularly boring. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because there were
Yeah,
not, I don't think nothing was overused. I felt.
in a game like Chrono Trigger, it's an experience where like you have a little bit of world exploration and then a little bit of dialogue and story and then a dungeon.
Yeah.
And then you repeat a little bit of exploration, a little bit of dialogue, a
Hmm.
dungeon. It's
Yeah.
very like it doesn't really feel repetitive, I would say, but that's because as far as RPGs go, Chrono Trigger is a very short RPG.
Yes. For its style, it is mercifully
Hmm.
short in comparison to a lot
It's
of
like
games of its era.
it, yeah, you can beat it like in like 20 hours, which is like half of a normal RPG.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna stop talking because I
All right.
feel you want to go to bed,
Or
probably.
at least cut the stream. All right.
Yep.
All right, everybody. See y'all next Wednesday.